California's hit the brakes on its reopening process, and the state is reverting back to some of the initial shutdown measures.
We have specifically targeted our efforts to close indoor operations, and I want to reinforce this, indoor operations in restaurants, wineries, and tasting rooms, movie theaters, family entertainment, broadly defined by guidelines that we have previously put out, zoos, museums, and card rooms in this state.
The move comes as the number of new COVID-19 infections has seen daily records in the last 2 weeks, and the number of people hospitalized with coronavirus has jumped 56% across California. Several major hospitals in the city of LA and across the state of California still have available beds in their ICU units, but if the current trend continues, they warn that soon enough they may run out of capacity.
If the predicted increase in new patients requiring hospitalizations materializes as these charts indicate it might, the number of hospital beds could become inadequate in the next few weeks. In many cases, the people who will need these beds have already been exposed to COVID-19 because, again, what is happening in our hospitals is reflective of what happened a couple of weeks ago in our communities.
That's when California had just begun reopening theaters and dine-in services in its cafes and restaurants. Strict guidelines on wearing masks and social distancing were always in place, but clearly it wasn't enough.
I'd like to think that as a Californian and an Angelino that LA and California is doing better than other states, but that's not necessarily the case because things are spiking in California as well.
Health officials are warning that this might be a critical turning point.
I can't stress enough what's at stake at this moment. We don't want to overwhelm our healthcare system, and we want to make sure it retains the capacity to care for everyone who needs it.
Record numbers of daily spikes in infections and hospitalizations came as a shock to many who had already sacrificed so much to prevent the spread and are now being forced to hunker down once again. It is Tiyansan, CGTN, Los Angeles.